jumping on. And so what we're going to do, there's a couple different, hello, pretty girl.
Hi.
Hi. I know kids and puppies, like, forget it. If they come on the screen, it's like all holds back, like, forget it. We just, yeah. I hope you guys had fun last night, by the way. Um, awesome. Okay. So what we're doing is we have some people that are jumping into month 2. And with month 2, and this is something for you guys, for Kathy and Sue to kind of be aware of too. Month 2, we kind of step up and wrap up everything that we learned in month 1. Okay. Going into month 2, this is super, super important. That doesn't mean you're not doing the mundane little check off things that we've been doing all month 1. Okay. So we're never going to be above being accountable. We're never going to be above looking at what we can be grateful for every day. We're never going to be above checking off our daily habits. Okay. I just want to put that in. And I say that anything I bring to you guys, I bring with love. But I'm not going to beat around the bush with it. Right. We're here because we need a mindset shift, right? We're here because we're looking for another way, right? And really anything long-term is going to start with a healthy mindset shift, okay? So it takes a long time to build a habit that's sustainable, that is going to carry you through, okay? So that's why this book, and Sue and Kathy, when you guys, read your book, it is very, very, very step by step. It's very basic. And, I put in every week, I'm like, do your tracker, these are the little things that are going to help you create your habit, right? And be a reminder of, okay, plus you're going to get the sense of when you get to pay attention to the good things that happened in your day or the things that you're grateful for. It really does. It sounds corny, but I promise you it makes a difference. I do this with like my whole business team every single day. It has shifted their entire being like you wouldn't believe. And that's with 15 minutes of gratituding every day. So don't step over those things. Okay. You guys, don't step over those checklists. Don't step over making your goals. How do you know what you're working towards if you step over those things, right? If you have just weight loss as a goal, you're going to fall out. You're going to fall out. Look at having a transformation in that area of your life, right? And look for having a shift in your life and doing those things. And what's going to happen is it's going to be, and we say this, me and Amy, who we created the program, say this all the time. It is a lifestyle shift with a side of weight loss if you do the things, right? So that's where I want, and you guys know, like, I'm crazy about teaching. I geek out on this stuff. I don't expect you to geek out as much as I do, but I do want you to do the things because that's what is going to get you to where you want to be. Okay. So even if you're going into month 2, still let your guide be your Bible. Okay. Still do that. Sue and Kathy, you guys both should be in the group. I started a group and it's actually so wide. I opened it up for it because a lot of people were looking for that again. Soul themselves did a launch group for the first 30 days. What I did was I took that information, and if you guys are going on to month two also, sorry, you're welcome to be in this group as well. What I did was I took some of the information that was posted in the SolleFit challenge group for the first 30 days when we launched it. I took it and I kind of upped it a level. What I did was I added some more education and engagement and that kind of stuff, because that's just how I roll. And there were some other leaders that were looking to have their people have a place as well for jumping into month 1 again. So that's where you guys are. Okay. There's going to be one daily post every day posted at 7:00, and the link for the tracker is going to be there. The best thing that we can all do, even if we're going into month 2, you guys, is to set a timer on your phone. Okay. To get that stuff done. To do the tracker and to do the things is only going to take you 5-10 minutes. Okay. So set a alarm on your phone for later in the night when you know that you're like, okay, I'm sitting down, I'm putting my feet up. Don't let this be another chore for you to do, because this is actually making a difference in your life. And this is where the shift shift where I'm looking for the shift to come for all of us, right? Like if we sit down and we're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. Well, this is something that's making a difference for you. This isn't work. This isn't, this, you're not getting paid for it. This is actually like your life and your body and what you're trying to empower that way. So that's going to be the deal with month one, you guys. Okay. So that's what it's going to be. Do the daily stuff. That's all you're doing. You're taking the protocol, okay, and you're doing the daily stuff in your book. When you get there's actually in the post in your book, you're only doing a certain part of the book every week. Okay. So make sure you like read it and pay attention and read it again. You're not expected to go through the whole thing at the beginning. Month two, I would say go through the book again, kind of create it, for these 90 days, we're going to do the book every month, right? Because we are going to look to have that shift that we need. So that's what's going to be for month one as you guys come. So you get to get a little sneak peek of what's going to happen for month two. Month two, what we're doing is we are we're leveling it up a little bit. Okay. We've spent 30 days, tracking our stuff every day. We've spent 30 days. We did our measurements. You guys, definitely get your measurements and your weight in. And, today. I don't even know, you guys, like what day it is. Is today May 1st? Yep. Okay. So get your stuff in at some point like this weekend. Just do and you guys too that are starting for month one, you want to have that done for Monday. Don't not take your measurements. Please, please, please do not take your measurements. Those are super, super important. Okay. So do those, do your weights and measurements. Month two, we're going to do it through an app. There's a program and an app that I use. And it is amazing. The resources that it's going to give you guys, it's going to give like meal plan ideas. It's going to give breakfast ideas, lunch ideas, cooking in bulk ideas. It's really, really awesome. So make sure that you check out in the resources. The links for the resources are going to be in like when you set up the app, that's going to be in like the prep day. Okay. So like basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday are your prep days for month two. And then Monday starts it. Now here's the thing. Don't stress if you haven't looked at Friday yet and oh my gosh, it's Saturday. You can always go back and look at the lessons before. Okay. So don't stress about that. There is, when you go in for the app, you want to look at having it set up on your phone. Make sure you follow the directions for setting it up on your I think it says smartphone, and then it says either Android or Apple or iOS or whatever they call it. Okay, so go through those. Okay, what's going to happen is it's going to send you a notification, and that's where your lesson's going to be. That's where you're going to check in. You're going to check off like, did you do this today? Did you do this today? Did you do this today? Again, I'm not asking you to do crazy things. Okay. I promise. I'm just asking you to do what we're all here for. Okay. And just giving you the resources to do them. So what's really cool about this, I feel like I get to be a teacher, like checking in. I see on the back end what it does as a coach. It shows me who's checking off their stuff. Right. So I get to look at that, and I have everybody in a group that is going into month two. When I go into the back office, it shows me who's checked off their stuff for what days. Okay. So again, set your timer for nighttime, you're going to get, I think that's going to come out at 9 a.m. For the daily lesson, what there is that day. And then, continue to set your alarm for later that night to be like, okay, I'm going to go into the app. I'm going to check off, did I do these things? I'm going to check them off. Because otherwise, after a couple days, Kristen's going to be like, hey, how's it going? What do you need? What can I help you with? Right. So definitely take advantage of that. They are going to teach you in there. And Kirsten, this is going to kind of go with like the question that you asked about the power cheat. They're going to teach you why protein. They're going to teach you why carbs. Like they're actually going to teach you the things of what your body needs and why it needs it. So it's going to let you have a better understanding of why you need those whole foods, right? Why you need all the food groups, all the things. Okay. So it's really great information, and it doesn't take a lot of time. Okay. So that's what it's going to look like for month number two. What I do want you guys to do, I know also, Kathy and Sue, you guys are familiar with this too, so feel free to do it in your first month, but it's not anything that I'm requiring for the first month. But I am looking to have everybody in the second month do this. What I'm looking to have done is, if you haven't downloaded MyFitnessPal, okay, download MyFitnessPal. Don't change anything that you're eating yet, because I want to see we want to see where you're at right now. For 1 week, log your food as is. Okay. Don't change anything. Log it as is. We want to get a baseline of like where you're at, right? So that we can kind of judge from there. Like, okay, do we need to look at shifting things up in this area? Right. And you guys, in your guide too, don't forget they have healthy swaps, they have ideas for that stuff. And I know for me, I've been doing this, my weight loss journey has been super long, and I did have weight loss surgery, but just know that that gives you a little bit of a tool, but to maintain, forget it. There's no, even, I mean, it maybe gave me the first 40 of the 120 that I lost without effort. Everything else is because of what I implemented. Okay. And maintaining is way harder than losing. Okay. But what we're doing is we're building those habits so that when we get to the point that we're maintaining, it's like, okay, we got this. We know what we have to do. Okay. And I'm bringing this to you only because I lived it, and I do it every day, and it's a roller coaster. Okay. So sometimes we need those reminders. I'm like, oh yeah, why do I keep forgetting about nuts and raisins? And I can put some chocolate chips in there. Why do I keep forgetting about that? That is so easy. And it's such a great snack. And believe it or not, a handful of nuts, almonds, cashews, whatever, they're healthy fats for you, right? And they're so filling, like so filling. It's crazy. Okay. So kind of look at those things, and you're going to have ideas for month 2 with the app too. Okay. With that. So I'm going to send you guys a link. Okay. I'm going to send you a link that is going to, we're not going to get crazy counting macros or anything like this. But what I want you to do is I'm going to send you, it's like it's a self-assessment kind of thing about how to figure out your macros. What macros are the macronutrients of your food, okay? Which are proteins, fats, and carbs. Those are the macronutrients of all of our food, right? What it does is this is going to calculate what your body, where you're at, the shape of your body type, the whole thing, what would be a great guideline to look for to have balanced macronutrients based on what your goals are. Okay. Somebody that is looking to maintain is going to have a different percentage of macronutrients than somebody that is looking to lose. Okay. And this is absolutely 100% not about cutting out food groups. I want everybody to get that. Okay. We're not cutting out food groups. What you will learn is that you're going to get carbs from certain foods, right? So you're going to look at like, okay, you're going to be able to like readjust a little bit your mindset around, your carbs and that kind of stuff. Carbs are not a bad thing. Our body needs it. Our body needs the carbs to break down the fat. Okay. So it all comes full circle. I am going to, I'm gonna find that. I'll find that link, and Kathy and Sue, do you want me to add you guys to my KMA tribe? It's just a Facebook group that I have for this, not a Facebook group, a Facebook Messenger thread. And I don't bombard. I will send reminders about the tracker, like stuff like that. But it's just a good place for me to kind of talk to everybody at one time.
Yes, please.
I will. Want me to add you guys?
Please.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll post that macro little test in there, and it's going to give you a percentage. Use those percentages to set up your MyFitnessPal. Okay. If you're not sure how to set up MyFitnessPal, YouTube has awesome, they can do it way better than I can and way faster than I can. But YouTube has really great, super instructional, like how to set up MyFitnessPal for my macros, right? That kind of, so just search that. You can find like a 2-minute video on how to do that. Okay. Let me, all right, Kevin and Sue. Okay, I added you guys. It's just called KMA Tribe. So what I'll do when we get off this call, I'm gonna go grab that link. That link is from, I have a coach that helps me. And so she has, her name's Allie. This is a test that she has us go through because we work with, what I do with her is I work with macros, and my body does well with intermittent fasting. So that's where I end up. That is my my kind of go-to place. So anyway, she did this. So this is, and it's just going to come to you guys. It's not going to go to anyone else. It shouldn't go to anyone else. I don't, because it doesn't send to anyone. But when you put it in, you don't have to put your name in or anything. But look, like I said, look at those percentages, okay, and then set up your MyFitnessPal according to those. Okay. Just track 1 week what you're doing, track your soul stuff. Your soul stuff is super, it's like 10 calories or something like that. Nothing crazy. And a lot of the soul stuff is already in there in MyFitnessPal. And if you're not familiar with MyFitnessPal, you can scan stuff, you can do all the things, super easy to track. Okay. Sometimes what people do is they might put all their food in. If they know, they might put all their food in at the beginning of the day, because then they know what they have, right? I kind of look at mine throughout the day, and I'm like, I really want to have a glass of wine tonight, right? I mean, not tonight, but if I say that, like, I'm like, I really want a glass of wine tonight, I'll account for it. I'm not having my protein because I'm going to have a glass of wine. I may not have that 1 cup of goldfish because I'm going to have a glass of wine. But that's what gives you the power to choose. It's very different to do something coming from the space of choosing and being educated on why you're choosing that versus just being told what to do. Okay. It's great to have a meal plan to just follow because somebody says to do what you have to do, but you can only do that for so long if you don't have the knowledge and the power behind your own self to be able to choose. Okay. Do you guys get what I'm saying with that? Okay, cool. All right. So that is that. I am going to stop the recording, and then we'll go over a couple of questions if anybody has questions. Okay. Just because I know